In this video, I'm going to be talking about rounding shoulders, a common postural abnormality, but it's one that you can correct or you can prevent from happening all from the comfort of your very own chair. So let's go. Thanks for checking out the channel. My name's John. I'm the head therapist here at John W Sports Injury. If you're new here, thanks for checking us out. And if you're not, welcome back. But if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to be knowing how to better understand your body in order to remove your pain so that you can remove your health and well-being goals, hit that subscribe button and we'll keep you up to date on all that type of content. But today we're going to be talking about rounded shoulders. We all see it in people. We might even be experiencing it ourselves. It's hugely common. But what I want to do to explain how you can remove this or prevent this, first of all, is I want to take you back, way back into time when we were first designed. Now, no matter how you think that we were first created or how you believe, I think the thing that we can all agree on is that we are a pretty fantastic creation and we have huge amounts of capability to our bodies. But what we were designed to do in our essence was to be moving around, hunters, gatherers, and the body was designed to be upright, moving around with this even balance of muscles pushing, muscles pulling, keeping ourselves in this perfect position. However, we all know that life has changed and what we've moved towards is a more sedentary way of living, and we've moved towards a flexion addicted society. And this is a term that I love because I think it does perfectly summarize the general population. And to explain this a little bit better, have a think yourselves. Think about a bus, a train. Put a picture in your mind of people sitting on that bus and train. Are they sitting in a nice upright position with good posture, or are they hunched forwards? Are they looking at phones, reading books, reading newspapers? And then they might be on their way to sit at their desk and do the same sort of thing at the desk. The result of that we get this flexion addicted society. And one of those downsides is that we get rounded shoulders. Now, why is that a problem to have these rounded shoulders? Well, one, it doesn't look great. It's not the most aesthetically pleasing posture for us to have. But two, it can create lots of pain. Front of shoulder pain, neck pain, upper back pain, all can lead even to lower back pain as a result of these rounded shoulders. So we definitely want to correct it. And it's an easy one for you to do if you ever spend any time sitting. So why do I say that? Well, when we sit in, this can be one of our biggest problems at creating this because we spend our time working at a keyboard, working on a mouse, and that actually can really lead to these rounding shoulders. But so what you need to be doing is understanding why that's happening. Now, it's happening really for two main reasons. One, the muscles in the front that hang onto the front of the shoulder, so like our pec, chest muscles, are becoming short and tight because of the position that you're holding them in. But the muscles at the back that are designed to hold those shoulder blades in the right position, they're becoming lengthened and ultimately weaker. So the result of that is these muscles effectively overpower the back to bring those shoulders forward. Then we get our rounded shoulders. So we need to be doing two things. We need to be stretching out these short, tight muscles at the front, and we need to be strengthening those ones at the back in order that when we get the shoulders into the right position, they can be held there. I hope that makes sense. But the good thing is, that's an easy thing for you to be able to do even when you're seated. So rather than this seated position being a problem for your posture, let it be a positive. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to stretch out this area. How can we do this? Well, what we can look to do is from a seated position, reach backwards. And as we reach backwards here and then rotate our chest away, you will start to feel this area start to stretch. If you can place your hand onto something like a wall, that can work really nicely as well to just open out this chest. But what I'm looking to do here is fix that shoulder in position and then just rotate that chest away. And the more I bring this chest around but keep the shoulder fixed, the bigger the stretch. I can also do this with a bent arm. You see I lock this in behind the chair and I repeat that process. So I'm just looking to work through here. A reminder that we should be holding those stretches for 30 seconds in order to activate the desired response. What is the desired response? Well, if this is repeated daily and multiple times a day preferably, then you'll start to see an increase in the flexibility of those muscles. The good news for that is that's going to allow that shoulder to move back into a better position. But once it gets there, we need it to stay there. So what we need to do is the muscles that become weaker at the back, we need to strengthen those. But again, good news is we can do that from the comfort of our own chair. So if you imagine that I'm sitting here, the first thing I can do is use the backrest as a physical stimulus to remind me of my posture. What do I mean by this? Well, if I'm sitting here working away and my shoulder blades aren't in contact with the backrest, I know that I'm not in a great posture. But by correcting that until I feel the backrest on my shoulder blades, you can see that that changes my posture and it starts to strengthen these muscles in the back, designed to hold me in the right posture. So if you're somebody who works in a chair, if you're somebody who sits in a chair watching TV for any period of time, try making sure that the back is in contact with the backrest. But we can go one step further than that. And one exercise that I like to remind people to do is what we call isometric contractions, which is where we hold the muscle in a contracted state for a period of time without it moving too much. So if I'm here in this bad shoulder position, I can bring those shoulder blades back together, and now I can feel those muscles all around the shoulder blades working, and I can hold this for 10 seconds. 8, 9, 10, let that relax, and I can repeat that. And I can look to repeat that for 3 to 5 sets. Overall, and again, over a period of time doing this little and often, what's going to happen is that we're going to strengthen those muscles. So once the front muscles have allowed them to get into position, they're going to be pulled back into position by the muscles at the back. And once they're there, they're also going to be held in the correct position. What will be the result of this over a period of time? We will move from this into this really without you even realizing. But the results for you is that one, you're going to have a more aesthetically pleasing posture. Who doesn't want that? We're going to be taller in height, but ultimately we're going to have a much better chance at reducing any problems that have come about as a result of that postural abnormality. Has that been a help for you? I really hope it has. If it has and you've made it this far in the video, thank you. And if you are grateful to me, you can show me that by smashing that like button so that others can see this video. And as I said, make sure you're subscribing because I will keep you up to date with more tips, tricks videos just like this one. But until then, I will see you until the next video.